Hello everybody, this is Sasha Game, back with Metal Gear Rising. It's been about a week and a half since my last recording. Kinda got a little bit sick, and today's probably the first day that I have felt well enough to record. Still got a little bit of a cough, but it's alright. So we're gonna go ahead and continue on with our story. Just real quick, I'm going to check and see if there's any upgrades that we can get. Okay, so we got a couple of enhancements for our weapons. The green dot is back, so I'm going to go back and I'm going to retry that section. I'm not going to make you guys watch me do that again, so I'll be back. Alright, we're back. That actually went a lot better than the first time, amazingly. So now we're just going to proceed into the next area. Yep.
Riders, the cliff is just ahead at the end of the old city. Beyond that is the refinery's backyard.
So what? It's a sheer drop? The refinery's not connected to the city at all?
No, it was only built 2 years ago. There should be a narrow path around there that leads to the plant. It is protected by a fence, but probably you can cut your way through.
Probably.
Don't get cocky. Most likely it is Desperado running security down there.
Don't get cocky. I feel like that's what Raiden does. We're going to listen to a couple of the codec calls.
Good. That's the back of the refinery. I see a door there, but it probably has an alarm. Can you use the ventilation duct?
You mean that huge fan?
Just cut off the blades as it spins. Easy, yes?
Hey, Boris. I know this probably isn't the best time for this, but...
No problem. Ask me anything. My goal is to have open company, huh? Hiding nothing from its employees.
Right. Well, there were a few big proposals we had in the works, right?
What do you mean?
You know, my doing tactical drills with the Brazilian Special Ops Force in Rio. Playing the bad guys in that South African anti-terror police training program. On-site security consulting for the Swiss.
Yes, we were working on a few things, weren't we?
Well, I thought so. But they're not in Maverick's task management database.
Well, right then. We've had to freeze those proposals. Temporarily, you see?
You're putting them on ice?
They would be too much distracting for you. We need to focus on current op.
That doesn't seem necessary. You're gonna disappoint a lot of prospective clients.
Well, yes, but...
This is about money, isn't it?
I should not have tried to hide it.
Yeah, you did a bad job.
Open company, remember?
Well, yes, but we can't afford for you to be too shaken to complete your mission.
Boris, I'm fine. I know it's not all my fault, but my client was killed. Kinda expect to lose some work after that.
Yeah, not your fault, but my responsibility in the end. We were far too lightly equipped. No one on the field made mistakes.
It's a third world country. We were working with a shoestring budget. If we went in heavier, burning Maverick cash, we'd have been in the red.
And that is the tricky part about this business, yes? But what is past is past. And too early to worry about the future. Just focus on the matter at hand.
Okay.
Oh, that's unfortunate. But, like Raiden said, kind of expected.
You get all that, Kev? The woman with Dozayev. That's Miss Traum?
Yep, the only female member of the Winds of Destruction. The name is from... a cold, dry regional wind in France that blows from the Alps down to the Mediterranean.
She French?
Yep. Born in Algeria, though. It was a French colony until they declared independence in the early 60s. Haha, but you already knew that.
Yeah. They were the last French colony in Africa.
You know your history. Plenty of French colonial families still live there. Pied Noir, they're called.
I've heard the term. The main character in that Camus novel, The Stranger, was one.
You also find a lot of Algerians who've immigrated to France, although they put a stop to that a while ago.
Yeah. A lot of European countries seem to be clamping down on immigration lately.
Huh.
Miss Strahl joined the Foreign Legion to get her citizenship.
A woman legionnaire?
And not the first. There was one that served in the North Africa campaign during World War II. Anyway, Miss Strahl's been doing PMC work ever since her Legion discharge. We're not sure why she went cyborg. She's officially leading the force at the refinery, but she is also a combatant. Don't have anything on her combat style, but do not underestimate her. The Winds of Destruction are trained killers, all of them. They didn't let her in because of her looks.
I don't need a reminder. I won't let my guard down.
Yeah, but, speaking of her looks, she's got, well, I mean, a couple of huge... Look, just don't get distracted, okay?
Sounds like you should take your own advice there, Kev.
Yeah, no kidding.
Right, FYI, we just confirmed with the client for your next mission.
Great. How about we finish this one first, though? I'd like to see my family again someday, you know? My son's going to forget he even has a father.
Oh, that's sad.
90-day contracting tour, buddy. We're all in the same boat. Man, feels like ages since I was back in Virginia.
I don't know about in the same boat. These guys are out to tear me limb from limb. Worst you are EMF desk jockeys have to worry about are paper cuts.
All right. Guess you don't want to hear what your old friends are up to then.
Who is it?
Desperado.
Where is it this time?
Mexico. Apparently they've got some kind of lab in Guadalajara. You're going in to investigate claims of human trafficking and illegal dumping.
Uh-oh.
And our client? Who's picking up the tab? If we're planning to play police all of a sudden, we're gonna need some kind of budget.
No worries there. It's a human rights group we've worked with a few times before. They were conducting their own trafficking investigation when Desperado came up.
Understood. You can brief me when I get back.
Roger that.
Did you catch all that with Dolzaev and Mistral?
Yeah, I was monitoring the whole time. Dolzaev's not really what I expected. I've seen his file, plenty of photos, but I guess I expected someone more, I don't know, threatening?
Didn't seem too friendly to me.
No, I mean, you hear terrorist, you think of some cold, calculating professional. Dolzaev looks more like some guy off the street.
Cold, calculating professional types don't usually bother with terrorism. It's too risky. Most terrorists are ordinary people, radicalized one way or another.
Yeah, I guess so.
Of course, that doesn't make what they do any easier to forgive. What about Miss Strahl? What'd you think?
Well, she's certainly attractive. Probably an artificial face, though. I'm guessing most of her is artificial.
Roger that.
Oh, man.
So Mistral's from Algeria. Have you ever been?
No. You?
Once, for a consulting job. Pretty short trip, though.
I hear it's pretty safe there now, compared to how things were at the start of this decade.
Yeah, I was able to slip a little sightseeing in. Pretty nice spot for a vacation. Kind of hot, though. 80% of it's the Saharan desert, and wow, it was just like you'd imagine. So much sand. Ugh, you could easily imagine camel caravans trekking beneath the early evening moon. It was
That
like
actually
something
sounds
from
pretty.
another world.
Yeah? I thought only a sixth of the Sahara was sandy like that. The French carried out a bunch of nuclear tests there too, I remember.
But once you reach the Mediterranean coast, it's a totally different place. All these white-walled buildings framed against intense blue sea. It's a really stark contrast.
Were you in Algiers? I know that the capital looks a lot like that.
Yep. The local cuisine's totally French-influenced. I'll never forget this one lunch near my hotel. A baguette sandwich and a café au lait. Simple and simply unforgettable. Oh, there were a bunch of sweet shops in town, too. High-quality European candy, but so cheap.
Sounds like you ate your way across the country.
Well, food's an important part of local culture, you know. Oh, and speaking of which, the seafood. Ugh, I didn't expect to see Mediterranean fish in African cuisine, but it was all so fresh and flavorful. They'd fry up small fish whole, then drizzle them with lemon juice. I could have eaten that all day.
Sounds like a lot of calories.
I tried to stay active, you know.
Hey, did you know my visual analyzers can tell me how much someone weighs?
Yeah, I'll have to talk with Doc about disabling that one. Brian, what you said before about your sword being a tool of justice, I just want to say I agree 100%. I wish all PMCs thought that way.
Glad to hear you say that.
You mentioned it was part of some samurai code?
Yeah. I didn't grow up using a sword. I fell into it by chance, during a mission. After that, I decided to train with the HF blade. I studied a lot of samurai techniques. I really got into it. Started learning more and more about ancient Japan and the samurai code. I tore through stacks of books, movies, anything I could get my hands on.
Sounds like me.
Somehow hard to imagine you settling in with a big bucket of popcorn.
What? A cyborg can't have hobbies? I'll have you know I'm actually a huge movie buff.
Okay, okay.
Hmm.
So that's where you picked up this Sword of Justice creed?
Yeah. Most of it from a single master named Munenori Yagyu. He founded a school of swordsmanship on the idea that violence can be necessary for the greater good. He called it Katsujinken, the life-giving sword. Yagyu believed power isn't evil in itself. It's how it's applied that matters.
And I can agree
As
with
time
that.
went on, Katsujinken incorporated deterrence. It took on the meaning of winning without fighting. Or as I like to say, one sword keeps another in the sheath. That's from George Herbert. He was an English priest, 17th century, almost the same era as Yagyu.
It's a universal idea, I guess.
You could frame the same message as use of a necessary evil, but I think it's a good mindset for any PMC.
At least as long as there's fighting that requires us in the first place.
Which doesn't seem likely to change anytime soon.
That's a fun little fact to know he's a movie buff.
You know, I have to hand it to you guys. Cyborgs are just amazing to me. So much power and speed.
It's not all gravy.
No? How so?
Well, things have improved a lot in the past few years. But back when I was modded for the first time, keeping artificial blood free of impurities was a huge hassle. Artificial muscles need a constant flow of oxygen from a blood source, just like the real thing. But it was a challenge getting the kidney units as small as they needed to be. We all had to undergo routine dialysis.
Sounds rough.
Used to be even worse back when Dr. Clark was still experimenting. Bad nerve connections would screw with the test subject's pain receptors. It was torture. Compared to that, I had it pretty easy.
It wasn't until recently that you could eat and drink like normal people, right?
That's right. We generally use glucose-based nutrient packs to keep the brain running. But we can absorb nutrients orally now, too.
Oh,
Whatever
cool.
we eat's broken down by nanomachines. And we have taste sensors as well. It's not exactly like it was before. The difference is, I can turn those sensors off if I don't need them. That's been surprisingly useful.
So cyborgs can live pretty much normal lives now?
Well, getting there. We still need fuel cells and nutrition packs, not to mention regular maintenance. It's a lot of dough. Of course, another big problem's how other people look at you.
How do you mean?
There was a time when I wore artificial skin. Tried to look as close to normal as possible. I've still got some now, on my face. The tech at the time wasn't great. You still looked pretty unnatural. Maybe you could fool someone from far away, but up close, even a baby could tell I wasn't human. Going out shopping or whatever, you could feel all those eyes on you. I tried to find something to do other than fight, but looking like I did got me 2 strikes pretty much as soon as I walked through the door.
Aw,
Sounds terrible.
that's not
Well,
fair.
you appreciated it when people were honest about it, at least. But when they were too polite to just say so, that was rough. Things are getting better these days, though. Artificial skin's improved a lot. And you don't get so many stares now that the general public knows about cyborgs.
Maybe I should look into the cyborg thing, huh? I could eat whatever I want, whenever I want.
Probably cheaper just getting lipo, Courtney.
Jerk.
Wow. Okay, so we learned some pretty interesting things. I think I understand how Raiden is able to cut through pretty much anything. I guess his sword vibrates on a molecular level, thus allowing that to happen. I feel like this is just way too easy. Well, yeah. It's a different type of repair.
Watch out! They keep on coming!
Okay, so am I supposed to just kind of run, or do I just keep fighting? Okay. Okay, get off me. Okay, the little things are irritating. They really are. My combat was not good this time. That totally should have had something in there. Okay. How do I get up there? Alright. There we go.
Dulce and his team must be in here. Find him.
I'm on it. I feel like this is just way too easy. There should have been way more than just that first fight, and I don't like it. It's making me uneasy. There we go. Okay. I wonder if I'm supposed to avoid these security cameras. Yeah, the cameras are considered enemies, so I'm assuming that they can hurt me. Oops. Okay.
Raiden, wait. There are active IR sensors in the area.
Yeah, I can see
Part of
that.
factory security, no doubt, but the enemy may be using it.
What, do I just slide underneath it or something? Oh, I got spotted. Oh well. I'm not good at sneaking anyways. Yeah. Okay, I have no idea if I broke it. I hope I did. Well, I did not see any of those. There we go. That is thoroughly broken. Okay, I think that's over there. Keep pushing that wrong button. I was trying to hide from an enemy and he ended up being right there. Sensors. This might be a problem. Yeah, this is definitely not my forte here.
More classified Patriot information was in that man's holographic memory.
Oh, I didn't even realize that. Okay, if I hide, I don't think I can hide from them actually. Yeah, we're gonna wait here for just a minute. That didn't work. Okay. Let's see. Not quite high enough. There we go. Worked like a charm. And god dang it, I did it again. Well, at least it didn't alert that thing. Oh, jeez. I do not have very many repair pastes. Oh well. Okay, so there's something up there that I do want to get. I'll take that. There we go. Okay. Ooh, what's that? Endurance +1. I wonder if this is the way I was supposed to go. Ooh, there's something over there too. Yeah, I think this was the way I was supposed to go. Okay. Oh, I missed something down there. They really like giving out jam grenades. I actually don't know where that is. Okay. Alright. So we're gonna cut it here then. This was fun. We'll continue with the next one. I think we're getting close to the boss battle. I hope. This looks like the area where we saw Miss Strahl. So hopefully that means boss battle soon and end of chapter. Thanks for watching.